So hello everyone, and welcome to my review of Juuni Taisen episode 2. Not as good, definitely not as episode 1, where episode 1 was way better. It had, obviously it lacked the whole, episode 1 had a great backstory, right, of Boar. How she, got her sister to be suicide and so on, which is obviously awesome. No, that was really good, it gave her, this really menacing personality, gave her, I don't know, motivation or backstory, but kinda, right, and of course, it all felt so futile as he ended up getting killed. The first scene, I was like, yeah, okay. So we saw her backstory and she's dead. So, that's a really good backstory. And obviously had more fights. They didn't have no fights, right? So it's kind of a lot of build-up episode. But I did like the comedy, though. I don't think the episode was horrible. I did I like the comedy. I like the comedy of the whole chicken and dog, and he's like, oh, she's so weak. He's like, can I please help you, dog? So I was like, yeah, I trust you. Yeah, all that was very funny, and obviously, and I thought obviously I was gonna end up with her killing him, right? I was like, there's no way she's gonna kill him in the end. It's some matter of story, right? And I was like, that was nice. The whole conclusion there was pretty good. So overall, I was like, yeah, it was kind of funny. We saw some more of the monkey. We got, I guess, more of a build episode, because we also got more of the random characters, so to speak. We got the other characters, like the dog explaining, like, oh yeah, she's like a peacekeeper and a pacifist, so we have to kill her because she ruins my business. Yeah, she ruins my business. And we got some other parts as well. I mean, some of the other characters we got. So yeah, I guess somewhat more of a build episode. But what I definitely lacked was the action. I had no action at all, right? They just kind of talked and showed some images there. And I had to say though, I wasn't a big fan of how she whacked him, right? That was kind of not necessarily how it happened. He was like, oh, I have this poison that gives you better fighting abilities. You have to control it. And she just kills it. And I was like, that felt kind of almost, that wasn't off screen, but he got her hand here, right? And then they kind of zoomed out, and she's like, and we barely saw it, and I was like, I don't want to necessarily this bloody guru thing, but it felt kind of weird how they just kind of how it went so easily to it. I think that was kind of, how she just insta killed him, and he didn't get a chance to give him a fight or anything. I was kind of That being said though, I mean, dog guy, he had all the flags against him, right? He had all the typical narrative. He's like, oh, I'm gonna hide because I'm the poison master. So as soon as I saw the thing, I was like, oh, it's poison, but I can create an antidote somehow in his body. I was like, I can create an antidote, it's poison, and it won't affect me. He just hide for 12 hours. I was like, this guy's gonna die. There's no way you can say I can use hide. You're never gonna hide. You're never gonna manage to hide. If you said that, it won't work out right. But it would be pretty cool otherwise to have him alive actually. And see some other character trying to follow him, and he's like, oh, I left the country because I can't die anyway. You actually think about, why not, right? Talking about how the boar left the country the last time, so the father of the current boar, the dead boar. And apparently that was okay last year, or not last year, but whatever, 10 years ago, I guess, something like that. But then it goes, so I'm gonna assume they didn't have the poison last time, right? Because then people would leave and so on. But dog obviously could have left. So actually, that feels kind of weird. Why didn't you just leave completely? He's like, oh, I'm so smart. He's like, couldn't you just leave? Couldn't you just completely leave the city? Couldn't you just go away and be like, oh, I can't die anyway. They have to follow me. If they want to kill me, they're gonna die in 2 hours. Whatever. Yeah, that would have been a way better plan actually. Of course, it ended with seeing the chicken. She has a couple of birds, right? So that's a pretty cool scene there. We see a boar walking, some boar walking, right, and the birds are flying around her, covering the whole screen there. That looked pretty sweet. But a little problem with that is that it was kind of weird intimidation scene there, because we see Boar being surrounded by birds, and normally if Boar was actually alive, like we saw Boar last episode before she got killed, right, and having this, we see her walking there, it's like, there's a lot more birds around me. What is this? Someone is a bird mancer. Yeah, someone's an aviator or something, right? That would have made a little more tension with it. We see her as a character, considering, it's 10 birds now, 5 birds, 15 birds, 20, and so on, right? But now she's a zombie. She's walking there, and it's getting more and more birds, and it's That's not much of a tension, really. Yeah, because the zombie is like kind of unaware of it, right? So it doesn't really feel like it doesn't matter so much. But I'm guessing that Chicken Girl is gonna kill kill the zombie boar next episode, I suppose, and maybe defeat the rabbit. Definitely just a fight, of course, between them, and also then we have of course Ox, which is the other big guy, which I can't remember now. What's him? Yeah, because Ox is the fight one. Ox feels like he should be the biggest one, but no, the other guy is the bigger one. What is he? Whatever, yeah, those are gonna fight. It's kind of weird. So he's just waiting. It's like, yeah, friends. Like, yeah, I kill you. It's like, what? It's like, we're friends. That was kind of weird. And then definitely, I would say that the conclusive. The end doesn't really have a main character, but it feels like definitely the monkey or rat, right, are gonna be the ones in the end, because Monkey's a nice guy. She's a nice person. I mean, she's a nice guy. I mean, like a very, very naive kind of, hey, we're friends, yeah. And Rat is like this mystery character. I was like, I recognize him, but from where? I've seen him before. I hope it's gonna be, like there would be a lot of anime does that. That would be weird. Back is it happening? That Rat already won. I'm gonna throw a tear out now and say Rat already won, right? And it's just completely in everyone's like this delusional memory thing that is like, I can't remember where I saw him before. He probably like killed everyone, and they're using this nightmare where he already defeated everyone. And this is just the dream world after he won. I'm throwing that theory out there. Rat already won. That's my theory.